Hello everyone, my name is Buster Coyote from Pixabay, and today we'll be taking an early look at UnderRail by developer Stygian Software. UnderRail is an isometric role-playing game with equal parts fiction, exploration, and combat. Similar to classics like Fallout, System Shock, and Neverwinter Nights, Stygian Software presents the player with a game loaded with dialogue, customization, and things to do. Since this is an alpha build, gameplay may change upon release. The full version, though, is scheduled to be released for the PC before the end of 2013. As you immediately start the game, you have, your stat screen. You create your character. You can be male or female, enter your name in, depending on whatever you'd like, and change your stats, with the remaining 5 points to start, adding it into strength, dexterity, agility, and many other stats. They all give you descriptions on the side as well, and you can even go down as low as 3 and add those points somewhere else. So you can be the hulking brute, or a dexterous rogue, whatever you'd happen to be. After you go on to that, you have 120 points to vary and dispense between all these different skills. There's a lot. There is a hell of a lot. Just like the old school Dungeons and Dragons, the Neverwinter Nights, the System Shocks, all those things, you have a lot of skills. And then, where's Fallout, you'd say? Well, it's right here with all the different feats, similar to all the other ones. I also like the snooping, looks like Snoopy. But that's beside the point. You can unlock different ones as you go on, and there's quite a few. And once again, still just an alpha build. Now, the reason I'm not really adding anything right now is because, that's going to take too darn long. So I'm going to go ahead and load one of the characters I've actually created and go from there. So as you load in, this is right after the, after the character creation. You start your game. You are, in this case, Buster Coyote, and you have all this different stuff. Here are my stats, my skills. As you can see, they get modified by different stats. So melee is modified by strength, and other skills just like it. We have no psycho abilities at the moment, like telekinesis and metathermics. This actually, the psychokinesis actually can affect your melee attacks and stuff like that, I believe, that I haven't learned with this character yet. Social, I thought, why not? I don't know how much I'm going to actually get into the game, but, let's be able to at least intimidate people as much as hell. And, of course, had to go with Snoopy. And we got an aim shot, which will allow us to guarantee a critical hit as long as we hit. So we wake up. We are now in our little room, or it's at least what you think, and we can, of course, loot stuff. So let's grab our private quarters key card. We can always just take all. We have our personal computer, which will tell us about our key card that we got. And then also an introduction. So pretty much we're in a, to use a Fallout reference, a Vault 101. We're in this kind of a perfect society, or if you've seen the Walking Dead game, the Crawford. And we've passed all these tests, and we are allowed in here, where it's called Southgate Station. And we are now supposed to meet a gentleman in his office, which are found in the Cantina and Commons area. And of course, before that, if you've seen me play any games, you'll know that, of course, I'm going to look around for loot. So you can check your shelves, you can turn on light switches, a lot of cool interactions you can do. It might not seem like a lot, but it goes a long way to really flesh out the game. And of course, we find armor. As you can see on it, the resistance has mechanical damage, and encumbrances of 10%, and there's durability, the type of durability it regards itself to, which is fabric at the point, because it's just a cave hopper leather armor. Later on, you'll be able to craft all kinds of things, including weapons, armors, and bandages, hypo needles, all kinds of stuff. But I don't have a lot of that stuff on my character here. So we'll double click here, add our armor, cosmetically changes our character, another really cool little thing, and we're going to continue on. Let's turn off our lights, because of course, in the not-so-distant, destructed future, we need to save electricity. Okay, so here's all the different other places. You can actually get in and lockpick this stuff if you have electronics of 50. I obviously don't, being level 1, but also, the one thing you'll need to work out for is this. We're currently in a controlled zone, so if members of certain factions discover traps or explosives planted by you, it'll automatically track you back to your and turn hostile. If we set traps, if we steal stuff, all kinds of stuff. It does a great job of telling you. All you have to do is just go in and look. Just take a couple minutes to look through the game, and you'll learn it. It might seem a little rough at first, but trust me, you'll get there. And if you ever really need a lot of extra help, you can always go up here and go to the help screen, and it explains at least the heads-up display and kind of an idea of that. And then you can always go to your notebooks with N, and it tells you exactly what to do. So that's a really great thing. So as you see too, the vision I love in this game. Since this is a a normal area, it's a non-threatening, non-hostile area. The map is revealed, even though it actually has a fog of war over it right now, which is really cool. So when they're out of line of sight, we don't see the people there. So if we go inside, we'll now have line of sight of everybody. We'll be able to see everybody. Whereas in combat situation, running into a place and not knowing what's going on may not be such a great idea. Also, I've never noticed that guy before. He's creepy looking. So let's go talk to Arlene. They always do green text as kind of a flavor text. So they're doing something. They are emoting. So, or just a history, I guess, at this point. You've met Arlene during your testing period. She's in charge of food preparation and rationing. So she talks to us. We used to make fun of Tanner's stupidly high standards when admitting new people. Not the end of the world if we get someone imperfect, we said. And here you are, bringing us earthquakes on day one. So what's happened right now and what she's alluding to is that a massive earthquake has derailed a freighter up north in the caves. It's messed up some of the outposts, put out power, and a bunch of other things have gone wrong. And of course that's the day that we arrive. So I don't know if we're the herald of this destruction, but I would assume it's a coincidence. But because I have points into Persuade, we can persuade. Hey, couldn't have been me. I am perfect. So do I get to eat some real food now? It's that I'm a citizen. Sure. Nope. Well, aren't you a joker? Don't remember hearing you complain before. So what do you need? So anyways, we can ask about the earthquake and find out how bad it is, like I told you right a little bit ago. We can always ask about other things here, and we can just go. There is a lot of text in this game. You can go on for days and days and days if you really feel like, well, this is something I want to know about. So we're going to make our way down this way. Looks like the game and Fraps are competing for my attention right now, which is not a good thing. How about we go on in here and figure out what's going to happen. This is where we're going to meet our friend, Tanner. Hey, Tanner. So Tanner notices us approach him, but remains focused on the monitor in front of him for a few more seconds as he types out something quickly. He then gives you his full attention and a friendly smile. Congratulations once again, Buster Getty, and welcome aboard. You scored highly on our test. No small feat that. I'm sure you'll turn out to be a very valuable and respected citizen. Your welcoming party will have to wait, though, I'm afraid, as there are some passing matters keeping a lot of us occupied at the moment. Okay, so he seems genuinely happy about us being here. So we can decide, well, we don't like parties very much. We're looking forward to it, and that's all right as long as it happens eventually. Of course, we want our party. You have my word. Continue. So I hope the earthquake didn't disturb you. We continue along, skip the party, cue the chores. I like this place already. So we can kind of be an ass. He chuckles at the comment. First, you have to get your gun back. So eventually, we're going to have to get we don't want any freaking training. He tells us to screw off anyway, but in a nice, popular way. And we need to go get our gun back. So we're going to left-click over here. Go get our gun back. This is Tanner's health. You can actually get a little bit more info on him if you want. Our health. And then one of the nice things about this game is we need to go to the armory and shooting range. Is that by pressing S, you get your skill sheet. So you have your skills, your feats, your base, just in case you wanted to go over stuff again. But F will show you all your different abilities and when you can do it. It's really, really nice. So instead of going down through here, you can actually just press F and get it right here, which is probably close to where you're going to click anyway, so we can attack. Later on, if we get our gun, aim shot, burst. I'm not actually sure how to get burst. I haven't read into that one as much. But we can do stealth and picking locks. We can actually lock stuff if we have a key to it. You can also scroll once again by just moving to the sides of the map, or I use the up and down arrows, or left and right for that matter. Just depends. So we're going to go talk to Lucas. Hey again, Buster KD. I hear you staying up with us for a little while. Yeah, for a little while at least. Well, make yourself at home. So we can trade with him if we want. You can see all the different items he has. Well, we don't have a whole hell of a lot, and there's actually 300 credits that we could have picked up earlier too. Price modifier 324%. Ass. What an ass. Anyways, that I didn't pick up in my room, but that's okay because we're actually not going to barter with him. We're just going to ask for our gun back. He gives it back to us. It's a 5mm Hawker. 5mm, huh? Okay. So let's actually equip it on our character. Right-click here and reload it. You can reload it also with just one bullet as well. I'm not exactly sure why you would want to do that, but I'm almost guaranteeing you that, well, there's probably a good reason. So another thing I did too. Let's go up to this guy. This guy doesn't like us. He was in the intro cutscene, and he wasn't overly impressed by a new person coming in, which is us. And, well, we're going to go talk to him again. So the tall, imposing figure of this battle-scarred veteran towers before you. You met Gorski before. He's one of the counselors that interviewed you when you first arrived. So, you passed Tanner's little tests and exercises. That could not have been very easy, but don't think you're some kind of hotshot now. Of course we're going to choose this. We can choose, I'm looking forward to the opportunity, I understand, or, yeah, whatever, Pops. Oh! He punched us! Alright, well, at least it didn't... Yeah, it actually did hurt us. Alright, you know what? You know what? Fine. We're gonna... We'll go stealth. Oh, yeah, look at that. Stealth mode. We're gonna go pickpocket him. Hell yeah. What could possibly go wrong with this? Absolutely nothing. No, he saw us. Alright, so he saw us. Which leads me, yes, I knew that was going to actually happen, but I wanted to go and show you some combat now, because that actually has you running around for quite a little while down there, learning the basics of the game. You unlock your psionic potential, so you can use your mind to do things. But that's not really something I'm interested in right now, because, well, later on we'll be able to get that going a little bit further. Alrighty. So, we're going to go into the caves. We're going to go try and redo the power in the generators. Turn it back on by using a flux capacitor. We now have our gun still with us. There's really nothing new that I have. We've got out of the checkpoints. And, well, there's a guy named Old Jonas here. Old Jonas is just kind of like a hermit that's out here, and he collects stuff. We can actually go ahead and trade. He'll tell us all about the caves and different areas that we can go to. But, once again, for the sake of the preview, I just kind of want to show you guys some combat, because you've seen plenty of the dialogue. You've seen a lot of exploration as we go along. Once again, flavor text. As we approach the passage, you can hear faint squeaking sounds coming from up ahead, and a pair of red, beady eyes blinking in and out of the darkness. Well, what do you think that means? Probably rats. Oh, and what did we see there? See, once again, the awesomeness of not only revealing the map, but taking into contact and into context that the different Fog of War will add. So we have a 95% chance. You can see our AP meter right here. This is the amount of ability points we have. If we decide to shoot the rat, it's going to be 95%. And in the bottom right, you can see how much AP, MP, and all that stuff. So movement points are going to be in the yellow. The green will actually be action points, so we can fire once. You see the action points drop on the total. Action points again. And you can see one more green we can use. Let's do... Boom! Alright, so we've done, 37 damage altogether in that one round. We can no longer fire anymore because we don't have any action points, but we do still have a few movement points, up to 32. So how about we kind of just put some distance between us. We'll press space to end the turn, and they'll get theirs. Ouch, so we got 9 hit. Oop, oop. Okay, so that actually worked out a lot better. The first time I did this, they got a lucky crit off their first hit, and it was a little scary. So we can do our action points once again. And I'm not really worried about moving because there's no other... Oh! Okay. Spoke. Oh! 2 crits! Holy crud! As you can see, our health is now at 35 of 81, which is 44%. Oof! Get him! Get him! Eat his face! His face has been eaten. Aw, yeah. And you can see our experience bar 2 here, which we're really getting close to leveling up. Really good times. We'll click on the remains. Oh, spacebar to end combat. There's no hostiles around, so spacebar is going to end combat completely instead of just the turn. Go to the remains, and we have Rat Hound Leather. Quality 30, requires crafting skills, tailoring 30. Pretty much everything in this game can be crafted. It is amazing how in-depth the crafting system can actually be. Also, let's go into our ammo, right-click, reload the current weapon fully, and continue on. So you're getting an idea of what the game's like. It really is like one of the old school Fallout 1 or 2, or even like an isometric version of System Shock. I really like kind of the sci-fi, also added in with the wasteland of Fallout mechanics and kind of atmosphere. Alright, let's check. Oh! Okay, first of all, bandages. And because of our perception being so high, we are able to find a trap door. Once again, if we hit S, we go into our sheets, which has our feats. Snooping increases perception by 3 for the purpose of detecting hidden passages and other secrets. Yes, thank you, Snoopy. Also, Psi-Empathy I unlocked. This will now allow us to invoke Psi abilities. I hope it's PSP rockin'. Psi rockin'. What was that in Earthbound? I don't know. It was amazing, though. So with this new trapdoor that we found, we can go into it. In a little underground passage. Go up the ladder. And bazinga, we are now in an area which we normally couldn't be accessed because we didn't have a mechanical of 10. We could pick the lock if we had that, but we don't. So I'm going to take the syringes, I'm going to take the health hypo, I'm going to take the shells. Okay, fine, we won't take the shells, we'll just take the bolts and continue on. Once again, the sound effect's really cool, kind of giving you cues of what's going on around. I really feel like this is almost like the Deep Darks. It's like an old school D&D feel of it. The game has a great atmosphere. It has really good music that sets the pace, and, well, pretty interesting characters throughout the whole game so far. I mean, once again, this is just an alpha build, but between the puzzles, the extra stuff you can do, how every character is going to attack and take on a situation and enemies in a different manner is really, really cool. We can go this way, we can always go over here and go to a different part of the map. There's a bunch of people that are randomly strewn about, new monsters. The first time I actually played, I actually ran into like a blue beetle that was using like psionic abilities. It blasted me right in the face and I went, explodies. Ooh, ooh. Rats! Rats, no! Rats, come on. Come on, I'm on the YouTubes. You gotta make me look good, rats. Rat. Rat hound. So, okay, what's a rat hound? Is that like part dog, part rat? Oh, God. Oh, wait. No. See? Good rat. There's nothing that could possibly go wrong right here. Nothing at all. Holy hell, we actually survived. Okay, well, let's see if we can win this one then. So we're going to right-click and get our health hypo. It really didn't take too much of the points out of it, which is really nice. I'm going to shoot that guy right in the face. And I'm going to hit F. And we're going to get our aim shot. So a 95% chance to crit it. Boom! Bazinga. Okay, so no more action points. Let's back up just a little bit because there's so many rats. Gonna stagger on in. Oh, nice. Because of our placement, they actually got really messed up. Boom, there's one down. Should get. Oh, how do you miss it 95%? Dang it. And if you hit F again, once again, see, look. This is going to take 2 more turns before the cooldown before we can use it again, which is good because then you can't, oh, that's a big crit. You can't necessarily abuse it then. You can't aim shot and crit everything in the face. Just like any other D&D or, other games like this, it's not unexpected. I really feel that the game's really balanced. It has a nice little learning curve. By exploring, by looking around, you're going to find things and you're going to do stuff that's, well, a lot better than just plowing through the game. You really should explore. You should talk to people. You should take the time to, well, enjoy the game. So let's grab everything. I feel the game runs pretty well. Fraps was having an issue there for a little bit. I don't know why. It's just Fraps being weird in my system. Also, once again, the weapon has degraded a little bit, and it'll suffer reduced precision. So once again, a lot of stuff to worry about. Not only your character, whether he's in good health or not, whether his utility slots, you can get more, his inventory, the encumbrance, repairing weapons and gear, leveling up. So we can get 40 more skill points. My great goodness. Well, let's get a bunch of lockpicking. And we'll raise traps up again. And we're going to get more guns. And melee, and I don't know, some random stats there. And a new feat. So, lots of cool stuff. You regenerate side points in presence of mind shrooms when below 40% of your side point capability. Or we can get pummel. You can perform a special attack with a sledgehammer that deals weapon 50% damage and does not ignore damage thresholds, but puts the living target off balance for 2 turns, which is actually pretty darn good if it lands, of course. So once again, everybody, this is going to be a fantastic game once it's released. I really recommend checking it out. If you'd love to support UnderRail and Stygian Software, show them some support on Steam Greenlight, first of all, and then check out the information in the video description below. And to keep up to date with me and my side projects, including video game Let's Plays and live streams, follow me on Twitter at HJTenchi. As always, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Buster Coyote, and I will see you next time. Okay, now back to these stats. These things are amazing. Ooh, ninja. Oh, look, we're a pretty ballerina. We gotta be a ballerina. Do it. Do it! I mean, oh, shoot, recording. Goodbye.